desire, anger, greed, attachment, jealousy, and ego are vices that can overpower even the gods and greatest saints and dim their wisdom. Rishi Durvasa is living proof of this truth. In the celestial realms of Swarg ruled Indradev, the mighty king of the gods. Adorned with power and splendor, he commanded the forces of nature and presided over the heavens. Yet, like many great rulers, he was not immune to the intoxicating poison of pride. Story of Rishi Durvasa and Indra is one of arrogance, downfall, and ultimate redemption, a timeless lesson on the consequences of ego and the grace of divine intervention. The scriptures, particularly the Mahabharata and various Puran, repeatedly warn that prosperity without humility invites ruin. One day, the fierce and short-tempered Rishi Durvasa wandered through the heavens. A celestial nymph, Apsara, offered him a fragrant garland as a mark of respect, which he decided to present to Indra as a blessing. However, drunk on his own glory, Indradev carelessly placed the sacred garland on his divine elephant, Airavat. The elephant, unaware of its significance, tossed it to the ground and trampled it. Here, the mistake of Indra is clearly his disrespect. Born out of arrogance towards a sacred offering, an act that reflects disregard for divine gifts and spiritual sentiments. Yet, Rishi Durvasa too, known for his impulsive temper, failed to exercise patience and compassion. Instead of calmly teaching Indra the value of humility, he let rage dictate his actions. Enraged by this disrespect, Durvasa Rishi cursed Indradev. Your arrogance has blinded you. You shall lose your strength, your kingdom, and the glory of the Devas. Instantly, the gods weakened, and their eternal enemies, the Asur, sensed an opportunity. This moment teaches that unchecked anger, even by a sage, can cause immense suffering, and that true wisdom lies in restraint and guidance, not just punishment. Under the leadership of Bali, the Asur launched a devastating attack on Swarg. Stripped of their divine energy, the Devas were powerless to resist. Indradev watched helplessly as his throne was seized, his palace plundered, and his celestial dominion crumbled. Humbled and desperate, he realized that pride had been his undoing. This phase in Indra's life demonstrates the eternal principle that power built on arrogance is always fragile. Ancient texts such as the Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran describe how real strength comes from righteousness, dharma, and humility, not mere physical or material dominance. With nowhere else to turn, Indra approached Sri Vishnu, the preserver of the universe. Sri Vishnu, in his infinite wisdom, revealed the path to redemption. To regain your strength, you must churn the Kshir Sagar, ocean, and obtain the nectar, Amrit. But this task is impossible alone. You must seek the help of your enemies, the Asur. Here, Sri Vishnu imparts a profound life lesson. Sometimes, survival and growth demand setting aside enmity, embracing collaboration, and focusing on the greater good. Ego must be abandoned, even in choosing unlikely allies, if the cause is righteous. Following Vishnu's guidance, Indra convinced the Asur to join forces, promising them a share of the nectar, Amrit. Together, they uprooted the mighty mountain Mandar to use as a churning rod and coiled the serpent Vasuki around it as a rope. All the Devta held one end of Vasuki while the Asur pulled the other. The cooperation between the two traditionally opposing forces symbolize how tremendous tasks require unity beyond differences, a lesson much needed even in today's divided world. As the churning began, the ocean yielded both wonders and horrors. Halahal, a deadly poison, capable of destroying creation, emerged first. To save the world, Bhagwan Shiv drank the poison Halahal, holding it in his throat, which turned blue, earning him the name Neelkant. His sacrifice stands as a timeless example of selflessness and the burden true leaders must often bear silently. Next, Devi Lakshmi, the goddess of prosperity, arose and chose Sri Vishnu as her eternal consort, showing that wealth naturally gravitates toward divine wisdom and balance. Finally, the nectar, Amrit, surfaced, glowing with divine radiance, symbolizing that patience and perseverance eventually yield priceless rewards. The Asur, greedy for immortality, demanded the Amrit for themselves. Sensing their treachery, Sri Vishnu assumed the enchanting form of Mohini. Mesmerized by her beauty, the Asur allowed her to distribute the Amrit. But Mohini cleverly served it only to the Devta, restoring their strength and immortality. Here, divine intervention justifies the use of strategy and tact when facing those who abandon righteousness for selfishness, reaffirming the importance of wisdom over brute force. Empowered by the Amrit, the Devta waged war against the Asur and reclaimed Swarg. Indradev, once humbled by his fall, returned to his throne not as a proud king but as a wiser ruler who had learned the price of arrogance. His journey highlights the transformative power of suffering when met with sincere repentance and effort, a truth echoed across the Upanishad and other sacred scriptures. This epic tale teaches us that ankar, ego, leads to downfall, while vinamrata, humility, invites divine grace. Even the mightiest must seek guidance when lost. Sri Vishnu's intervention shows that redemption comes through faith and surrender. True victory lies not in dominance, but in wisdom and righteousness. Indra's journey reminds us that the universe corrects those who stray from dharma, but it also rewards those who learn, adapt, and rise again. The mistakes of Indra and Durvasa Rishi serve as eternal reminders. Unchecked pride invites destruction, and uncontrolled anger causes suffering to many, but humility, patience, and faith pave the way to ultimate redemption and prosperity. If you found this video knowledgeable and inspiring, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, Healthy Natural Remedies, for more useful, uplifting and motivational content, and share it with those who need it. Until next time, stay motivated, stay inspired and keep shining. Shubham Bhavtu.